Our next guest is the co-anchor of The Early Show, which airs weekday mornings right here on the Tiffany Network. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Erica Hill, everybody. Welcome to the program. Thank you so very much. This must be a long day for you. What time did you get up this morning?
I got up about 3.
3? Oh, man, that stinks. What time do you go to bed? If you got to get up at 3, what time do you go to bed?
10:30.
Wow, that's a pretty short night, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and then once you're up at 3, do you have to travel? Do you live in the city?
I live in the city, so it's about 8 minutes. I have it down. I know which route to take for the lights.
And what kind of life is there in the city that never sleeps at 3 a.m.?
You know, honestly, not as much as I saw in San Francisco at those hours. So probably, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I had a morning show in San Francisco. And it was fascinating because you would start off the week going to work early on a Monday morning about the same time, driving about the same distance, and there were very few people out at night, except the weekend after the Folsom Street Festival. I don't know if you're familiar with it. But people would be sort of winding down. There would be sort of assless chaps walking by. So that was a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
But by Friday morning, it was people winding down their Thursday night. So they were having a really good time. They were going home with someone they just met. And so it made for great people watching.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder what it would be like at 3 a.m. in Manitoba.
Cold.
You people are getting on my nerves. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What did you do before you worked at the Early Show?
Before the Early Show, I was at CNN.
What did you do at CNN?
I spent a lot of time with my good friend Anderson Cooper on his show.
Oh, yeah, tremendous guy, Anderson Cooper. Yeah,
I was actually with him earlier today, which was nice. We were
How's he doing?
Reunited. He misses you, but he's doing well.
Well, that's nice.
I said, do you have any tips for me? I'm going to go be on Letterman. He said, good luck.
Oh, no, he didn't really say that.
He didn't. He said you'll have a lot of fun.
And starting out, what did you do before Anderson? Because Anderson Cooper, that's a pretty good gig.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So way back, I started out at a startup network, a technology network, which started out as ZDTV and became a little something called Tech TV.
Tech TV. And
Yes.
what kind of things do we see on Tech TV? Is it still around?
It's not around anymore. It was acquired by G4, and I think there were maybe one or two shows left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Here's the thing. Don't tell anybody, but sometimes I didn't know what I was talking about either.
Is Hee Haw still on?
Yeah, but it's late. It's when I get up in the morning.
But did you work with Glenn Beck for a while?
When I was at Headline News, I had a show at Headline News.
What
He had
kind
a show
of guy
at Headline
is that,
News.
Glenn Beck? Did you get to know him at all?
A little bit. You know, we had lunch a couple times. I would do a little segment on his show each night. He was always very nice to me.
Right. I don't know anything about him. I've never seen. All I see are the clips of him screaming or crying.
There seem to be a lot of those.
Yeah. And is he unstable?
I'm not a medical professional.
Well, how do you like the Early Show? How's that treating you?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's
you get
a lot
to
of
see
fun.
everybody and talk to everybody.
I do. It's busy. It's a lot of travel. I'm actually getting on a plane to Houston tonight to go interview the shuttle crew tomorrow.
The shuttle crew for
Atlantis?
And that'll be the final launch for Atlantis, I believe. Final launch for the whole program.
For the shuttle program, yes.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to hear how the astronauts and the personnel feel about that and so forth. And you came into the Early Show in January after everybody was killed.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, I'd been there for a little while before. When I was at CNN for a year and a half, I was at CNN Monday through Friday, and then I did Saturdays at the Early Show. And then I did just about a year.
You were on the weekend Early Show.
I was,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right, yeah. And then you know who I liked was that Harry Smith. I always liked Harry Smith.
Harry.
What became of him? What was the problem
Harry's great.
there?
Harry's still at CBS.
Yeah, he still does various things, but he wasn't on the Early Show. So who took his place?
Chris Raggi.
Chris Raggi. And where did he come from?
So Chris Raggi was on the local affiliate here in New York City on nights, and then we had also worked together on Saturdays on the Early Show Saturday.
I see. And the crazy weather guy, Dave Price, he's gone.
Dave Price is, but not forgotten, still loved by many.
Yeah, where is he now? He drank, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It says here that you drove, we were talking to Patrick Dempsey about race cars, and in Canada you drove an actual Indy car. Is that true?
I did.
When and where? In Toronto, huh?
I did it in Toronto last year. In the summer, it was July.
How do you, an actual race car?
All by myself.
No, really?
Yes.
Well.
It was fantastic.
This is on the street course?
It was on the street course, which is a little bit more difficult.